This moment did not arrive by chance. It was not formed by coincidence or random timing. This moment exists because I set it in motion. Long before you reached this point, I knew you would be here, carrying what you carry, feeling what you feel. Nothing about your presence right now is accidental. Everything aligns under my authority, even the things you do not yet understand. Beloved, pause within yourself. Let your breathing slow. Let the constant noise inside your thoughts soften. You have been holding too much for too long. The sadness you hide, the pressure you endure, the weight you silently bear, none of it has gone unnoticed. I have seen every struggle that shaped you, every effort you made to remain steady while storms pressed against you. You did not walk unseen. You were never abandoned. Release what you have been gripping so tightly. The concerns for your body, your future, your needs, your family, your hopes, place them into my care. You were never meant to carry them alone. Every step of your journey rests within my hands. Every unseen battle, every quiet tear, every moment you questioned your strength. I witnessed it all. Withdraw now from hopelessness. Step back from the belief that you must solve everything yourself. Let go of the heavy worry that drains your spirit. I bring stillness into your inner being. I bring calm to places where fear once ruled. Allow my words to settle deep within you. Stay present here. Listen carefully, because what you have been searching for is being revealed to you now. I am your protection. I shield you from what you cannot see. I am the source of life itself, and nothing exists beyond my awareness. As you walk the path before you, I remain beside you, guiding, guarding, sustaining. When you choose to seek my presence, when you lean into my wisdom, when you trust my heart toward you, you will discover a peace unlike anything this world can offer. The peace I give does not shift with circumstances. It does not weaken under pressure or disappear when uncertainty arises. The calm of this world is fragile, temporary, easily broken. But my peace is enduring. It is rooted in who I am. It flows from the deepest part of my nature. It is the fountain from which true tranquility is born. My promise of peace is not empty. It is not symbolic or shallow. It is a powerful declaration spoken over your life. I hold all existence together. My word shaped creation itself. My comfort reaches deeper than surface reassurance. It moves beyond emotion, beyond logic, into the core of your being, where anxiety planted its roots, where despair created false images of the future. I clear the shadows from your mind. I dissolve the questions that trouble your heart. I remove the fear that stole your joy and replaced it with unrest. My presence restores what has been fractured. I reconnect what pain pulled apart. I heal what seemed beyond repair. Nothing is too damaged for my touch. Nothing is too far gone for restoration. When obstacles rise before you, when pressure builds and threatens to overwhelm you, my peace steadies you. It anchors your spirit. It holds you firm when uncertainty surrounds you. It grounds your steps when external forces attempt to push you off course. You're not drifting. You're not lost. You are held. This peace goes beyond what the human mind can fully grasp. It surpasses logic. It exists where understanding ends. Through it, you will find quiet even when chaos rages around you. You will experience contentment even when sorrow remains present. You will sense hope even when circumstances suggest otherwise. This is possible because my peace does not depend on what happens around you. It is not tied to outcomes or timing. It flows from my unchanging presence. I do not alter. My love for you is steady. My commitment to your wholeness is complete and unending. Therefore, the peace I place within you remains secure, regardless of what unfolds. When I comfort you, I do not dismiss your pain. I do not minimize your struggles. I know every tear you have shed. I remember the nights when sleep escaped you. I understand the weight of responsibility you carry. I am familiar with your grief. I stand with you in your most difficult moments, reminding you that you have never been alone. Even when you could not sense me, even when silence surrounded you, I was there. I was directing unseen movements. I was shaping outcomes you could not yet perceive. I was preparing blessings beyond your current understanding. Nothing was wasted. No moment was ignored. My comfort reaches you in many ways. Sometimes it arrives as a gentle inner assurance. Sometimes it comes as clarity when confusion clouded your thinking. At other times, it appears through the presence of someone who stands beside you when you need support. And sometimes it manifests as a deep knowing within your spirit that I am near and that everything unfolds according to my perfect design. This assurance transforms how you see your life. What once felt like an unbreakable barrier becomes a doorway. What appeared as defeat prepares the ground for greater victories. What seemed like rejection leads you towards something far beyond what you imagined possible. My peace guards your mind and protects your heart from fear, deception, and unrest. When you rest within my calm, opposing voices lose their power. False narratives cannot take root. You recognize them for what they are and release them. You stand firm in truth. You remain grounded in our connection. My peace also renews your strength. When weariness presses against you, when exhaustion whispers that you cannot continue, my presence restores your endurance. Hope is reignited. You are reminded that this season will not last forever and that brighter days are approaching. As you receive my peace, you become a carrier of it. Your life begins to reflect the calm you hold. Others notice. Your testimony becomes a source of stability and clarity for those struggling around you. The peace within you reaches outward, touching hearts that long for freedom from fear and worry. This is my desire for you now, that you experience my peace fully, that you allow my comfort to reach places within you that have remained wounded and unseen. I want you to rest with confidence, knowing that I govern all things and that peace will prevail. You do not need perfect conditions to be whole. True wholeness is found in my presence. My purpose for your life is good, unwavering, and intentional. With every sunrise, my nearness surrounds you. You are held from beginning to end. Strength, courage, and victory have been placed within you. Move forward with determination. Take steps toward what you seek. With me, nothing stands permanently in your way. Stay close. Reach out. Face what stands before you without fear. What you extend your hand toward under my guidance will not be denied. This truth flows from my authority. Hold it firmly. I guard you. I protect you. I keep you from falling into despair or confusion. My light illuminates your path, preventing darkness from drawing you away. Hold tightly to this reality. Nothing in your life occurs outside my awareness. Nothing moves beyond my permission. This truth does not strip you of freedom. It gives you peace, because the one who governs all loves you deeply and desires your ultimate good. When life feels chaotic, when questions arise, remember this: I remain seated in authority. Nothing surprises me. No burden exceeds my reach. Everything, past, present, and future, rests within my care. I remain with you. Nothing has shifted. Nothing has weakened. The same authority that spoke before continues now, uninterrupted. Your past, your present, and what lies ahead are all within my sight. Before your first breath entered your body, I knew you. Before your name was spoken by human lips, it was already known to me. Every day of your life was formed with intention, not randomly assembled, not carelessly arranged. Even the days you would rather forget were not outside my awareness. I was present then as I am present now. The situations you encounter, whether simple or heavy, did not reach you without first passing through my knowing. Some I allowed, some I redirected, some I restrained. Others I permitted for reasons that will become clear with time. None of them are meaningless. None of them are wasted. Each one carries purpose within the greater unfolding of your life. I do not delight in pain. I do not celebrate suffering. The harm caused by darkness does not originate from me, and I do not approve of it. Yet understand this truth deeply. Nothing intended to destroy you will succeed. Even what was meant to break you, I reshape into strength. Even what was meant to end you, I transform into progress. Nothing stands outside my ability to redeem. No opposition reaches you without passing my watch. No weight falls upon you without my awareness. And when pressure is permitted, I always provide endurance. When hardship remains, I supply grace. When escape seems hidden, I create a path forward. When demanding seasons arrive, a choice stands before you. You can cling tightly to control, exhausting yourself trying to manage outcomes beyond your reach. Or you can place your trust in my governance and rest, knowing I oversee what you cannot. One path leads to anxiety and depletion. The other leads to peace and renewal. I invite you to choose rest. Release the need to force doors open. Let go of the habit of carrying worries that were never assigned to you. Stop exhausting your strength trying to change what is not yet meant to change. There are burdens you picked up that I never placed in your hands. Set them down now. Trust that I know the way, even when the path feels unclear. Even when your understanding falters, my goodness does not. Even when circumstances feel unkind, my intentions remain faithful. I enter situations at the precise moment they are meant to shift. What appears impossible to you remains simple within my power. What feels unsolvable holds countless solutions within my wisdom. I open what was sealed. I create passage where none existed. I provide when resources appear depleted. I restore strength where weakness lingers. I mend what shattered. I recover what seemed permanently lost. I exchange grief for joy and emptiness for fullness. But understand this, my timing does not always match your expectations. Sometimes I move quickly and the change is immediate. Other times I move quietly, allowing patience to develop strength within you that could not form any other way. Sometimes the answer comes exactly as you asked. Other times it arrives differently, shaped by a broader vision you cannot yet see. Trust does not mean understanding everything. Trust means resting in my authority, even when clarity is delayed. Whether I remove the obstacle or give you the strength to rise above it, I remain faithful. Whether I calm the storm around you or bring peace within you while the storm continues, I remain present. My governance is your foundation. It is why you can sleep without fear. It is why you can rise with courage. No matter what unfolds, you are held by one who sees the beginning and the end simultaneously. Your role is not to manage every detail. Your role is not to anticipate every outcome. Your role is to remain close, to follow my leading, to move forward with confidence, trusting that I guide all things toward your good. Release resentment. Let go of bitterness. Do not allow anger to take residence in your heart. Forgive those who wounded you, not because what they did was acceptable, but because freedom is your inheritance. Continue walking forward. Do not stop where pain tried to trap you. Abundance is approaching, even if you cannot yet see it. My attention rests upon you fully. From this moment onward, draw strength from my presence. Live guided by my truth. I dwell within you, and because of this, your future is not fragile. New opportunities will unfold. Unexpected provision will appear. When you align with my intentions, the way ahead opens. With me, effort is not wasted. Progress is not delayed. Peace accompanies every step. Reach for strength for those you love. Move toward the goals placed in your heart. Watch intentions take form. Discover new purpose rising within you. My goodness brings change, not only to your life, but to your home, your relationships, your path. Choose gratitude. Thankfulness shifts your focus from fear to faith. When you recognize what is already present, anxiety loses its hold. Begin and end each day with appreciation. Even in difficulty, there is always something worthy of gratitude. Now listen closely. The fear that tightened around your mind did not come from me. Confusion does not originate in my presence. I bring clarity. I bring strength. What opposes me seeks to cloud your thinking and weaken your resolve. Recognize this difference. Choose peace over panic. Choose trust over fear. If worry tries to return, remember this. You are not meant to carry tomorrow's concerns today. My provision arrives daily, perfectly matched to each moment. When you attempt to shoulder future burdens now, you step outside the grace designed for today. This is why it feels overwhelming. Bring every concern to me immediately. Do not let it linger. Speak it into my care. Then release it. Trust that I have heard you and that I am working, even when you cannot see movement yet. Fear grows when isolated. Peace grows when you remain aware of my presence. When you stay close, worry loosens its grip. When you dwell on truth, fear dissolves. You were never meant to compete with others. Comparison steals peace and distorts purpose. I designed your path uniquely. What belongs to you will reach you. What belongs to others was never yours to carry. There's no rivalry in my design, only purpose. Release the fear of human opinion. You cannot please everyone, and you were never asked to. Seek my approval above all else, and you will find freedom. My truth about you does not shift. You are valued, you are known, you are secure. Let go of the illusion of control. Worry does not prevent hardship, it only drains strength. I am the one who holds all things together. When you surrender control, rest replaces strain. Choose trust daily. Choose calm repeatedly. Peace is not a single decision. It is a practice. And each time you choose trust, you grow stronger. I am with you. I always have been. I always will be. I'm still here. Nothing has faded. Nothing has weakened. My presence does not come and go. It does not depend on your emotions, your awareness, or your circumstances. I remain constant and steady, unchanging. Even now, as you listen, as you read, as your heart absorbs these words, I am closer than you realize. You often believe strength means never feeling fear, never questioning, never slowing down. But true strength is found in leaning into my presence when fear appears, when questions rise, when your energy feels depleted. You do not lose strength by coming to me. You recover it. You are restored in ways no effort of your own could achieve. There were moments when you believed you had fallen too far, that too much time had passed, that opportunities were lost beyond recovery. But nothing slips beyond my reach. Time does not weaken my ability. Delay does not limit my power. What you thought was over, I can renew. What you believed was finished, I can begin again. I see how deeply you care. I see how much responsibility you place upon yourself. You carry concern not only for your own life, but for those you love, for outcomes you cannot control, for futures you cannot fully predict. This weight was never meant to crush you. It was meant to draw you closer to me. I ask you now to soften your grip. You do not need to foresee every possibility. You do not need to anticipate every challenge. I am already there, in the moments you fear, in the days you have not yet reached, in the situations that feel uncertain. Nothing awaits you without my presence already established there. When exhaustion settles into your body and mind, that is not failure. It is an invitation to rest, an invitation to trust more deeply, an invitation to allow me to replenish what effort alone cannot restore. Come to me without explanation. Come without rehearsed words. Simply come. I know the disappointment you felt when things did not unfold as expected. I know the confusion when your prayers seemed unanswered. I know the silence that made you question whether you were still seen. But understand this: silence does not mean absence. Delay does not mean denial. I am always working, even when the process is hidden. There are layers of growth within you that could not develop without patience. There is resilience forming that comfort alone could not produce. There is clarity being shaped that confusion temporarily makes possible. I do not rush what must be rooted deeply. I do not remove lessons before they complete their work within you. Still, I am gentle with you. I do not demand perfection. I do not expect you to walk without stumbling. I do not withdraw when you struggle. I draw nearer. I steady you. I remind you who you are and whose you are. You're not behind. You're not late. You're not forgotten. Your life is not off course. Even detours serve purpose. Even pauses carry meaning. Even waiting prepares you for what is ahead. Do not measure your worth by progress you can see. Much of what matters is happening beneath the surface. Roots are forming. Strength is consolidating. Vision is clarifying. What is growing quietly will soon rise with stability and clarity. I know the fear that whispers late at night, the thoughts that question your adequacy, the comparisons that make you feel small, the regret that tries to rewrite your story. None of these voices speak truth. They speak from uncertainty, not authority. I define you, not your past, not your mistakes, not the opinions of others, not the pace of your progress. You are known, chosen, and guided. Nothing can remove you from my care. You do not need to prove your value. You do not need to earn my attention. You do not need to fear losing my favor. My love for you is not fragile. It does not fluctuate. It does not depend on performance. It remains. As you move forward, move gently. You're not being chased by failure. You're being led toward fulfillment. Take the next step without fear of the entire journey. Clarity unfolds as you walk, not before. When uncertainty arises, pause and remember, I am not confused. When fear tries to rush you, remember, I am never hurried. When pressure tells you to act from anxiety, remember, I act from wisdom and perfect timing. Stay with me. Speak with me. Return to me often. Let my presence become your familiar place. Let peace become your default posture, not something you chase only in crisis. Your life is not fragile in my hands. It is secure. It is protected. It is unfolding exactly as it should. And I will continue with you, step by step, moment by moment, until everything meant for you is fulfilled. I remain present with you, unwavering and attentive. There has been no pause in my care, no interruption in my guidance. Even when your thoughts wander, even when your confidence falters, my awareness of you does not lessen. You are never an afterthought. You are never distant from my concern. There are days when your heart feels heavy without a clear reason, when a quiet ache lingers beneath the surface. You may not always understand where it comes from, but I do. I know the accumulated weight of expectations, the unresolved emotions, the moments you pushed through when you should have rested. I see the silent endurance you rarely acknowledge, and I am not asking you to carry it any longer. Let your inner world slow. Release the urgency that convinces you everything must be resolved immediately. Life is not escaping you. You are not missing what is meant for you. What belongs to you cannot pass you by. I govern timing with precision and care, and I do not overlook those who trust me. You sometimes fear that if you stop striving, everything will collapse. But rest in me does not lead to loss. It leads to clarity. It restores your vision. It renews your strength. When you cease forcing outcomes, you make space for my work to become visible. I know you have questioned your own discernment. You have wondered whether you heard correctly, whether you chose wisely, whether you waited too long or moved too soon. These doubts do not define you. Growth involves learning, and learning often includes uncertainty. I guide even imperfect steps. I redirect without condemnation. I teach without shaming. When regret tries to bind you to the past, remember this: nothing you have experienced is beyond redemption. What you consider a mistake can become wisdom. What you label failure can become foundation. I do not waste your experiences. I weave them into strength, depth, and understanding. You are not required to understand the entire path. You are only asked to remain open to my leading. I reveal what you need when you need it. I do not overwhelm you with information. I give you light for the step you are on. There will be moments when you feel stretched beyond comfort. Growth often feels that way, but stretching does not mean breaking. I know your limits. I know when to press and when to protect. I will not allow you to be consumed by what you face. When loneliness tries to convince you that you are unseen, remember that my presence does not depend on human affirmation. Even when others misunderstand you, overlook you, or fail to support you, I remain attentive. I know your heart fully. I understand what you cannot express. I value what others may miss. Your sensitivity is not weakness. Your compassion is not vulnerability to be ashamed of. Your depth is not something to hide. These qualities were placed within you intentionally. They allow you to perceive, to connect, to heal in ways others cannot. You are allowed to rest without guilt. You are allowed to say no without fear. You are allowed to protect your peace. Boundaries do not distance you from love. They preserve what matters. As you continue forward, choose presence over pressure. Choose alignment over approval. Choose peace over urgency. You do not need to rush to become who you are already becoming. I am not disappointed in your pace. I am not frustrated by your process. I am patient. I am attentive. I'm invested in every detail of your becoming. Even now, things are aligning in ways you cannot yet perceive. Conversations, opportunities, shifts in understanding. Each is being positioned carefully. When they emerge, you will recognize them not by force, but by peace. Stay anchored in trust. Let go of fear's predictions. They do not know the future I am shaping. What lies ahead carries meaning, purpose, and provision. You are not alone in this journey. You never have been, and you never will be. When you are ready, simply say, "Continue," and I will remain with you as we move forward.